What's up? What's up? Welcome, banda. This is El Mexican Soccer Podcast. I'm your host, Hugo Bernal, and we're here live from all over the United States para todos los fanáticos del Tri, a los fanáticos del Mexican Soccer Podcast. Today we're joining episode 212. Think about this, 212. It's a good number right there. As always, in Super Mojado, we got Samara Perez today, and we also have el buen Edwin, que andaba perdido. ¿Qué hiciste, mi Edwin? What happened? Did you kidnap Fernando and then you just took his place, or what's going on?
I sent him on vacations.
Okay, forced vacation for Fernando. He's still probably celebrating that Pumas got a good result this week. How's everything, Samara? Everything's good with you?
Everything's fine and dandy over here in Houston. Excited to be on the show once more and ready to talk about Liga MX y nuestros Mextranjeros.
Mextranjeros. We gotta get to it. We gotta get to it at some point. Super Mojado, as always, he gets excited, even though las Chivas empataron, but he gets excited anyways, and he thinks that this is the season. But
I mean, it's not bad, eh? Two games away, 4 points. I mean, I'll take them.
And you lost your best player, so yeah.
Yeah, that's the only bad news. So
yeah, bad. I would say that's the season for Chivas in there. But anyways, 212 episodes. Thank you guys for joining. Remember, you can subscribe, follow us on every single social media platform you can find us: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. You got it. We haven't done any. We should do a TikTok dance in here and probably get some numbers in there. Vital. Go viral and yeah, it might work. If not, you can find us on el3online.com. As always, follow us on YouTube. That's important because that's where we get most of our material up. So yeah, we'll be there. And as always, we're in a new schedule on Mondays, so feel free to join, comment anything you comment. We'll get it here. We'll put it on the screen and we'll discuss about it as always. But yeah, so let's start with what happened on the results. Week 2 in Liga MX. Here is since Thursday. Era partido pendiente, ¿no, mi Edwin? El del Atlas.
Sí,
no
es partido pendiente. Este es jornada 2.
Okay.
Week 2.
All right, so week 2, Atlas gana 2-1. I was their first game, actually, because the first one got suspended. Then Chivas empata 0-0, pues as Super Mojado said. They lost Alexis Vega, so to me that's a loss. Puebla gana 2-0 al Querétaro, que todos pensaban que el Querétaro ya se iba o ya se va, o qué va a pasar con el Querétaro, nadie sabe. Monterrey le gana 3-2.
It's a ghost.
I don't know, yeah, they might not even be real. Juárez gana 3-0. 2-2 empata el América contra el Toluca. 3-0, ahí lo tienen al revés, ganaron los Pumas. Correcto, ¿no?
No, ganó Santos.
Okay. Mira para allá. Okay,
no le des esperanzas a Fernando, please. That's why he didn't show up. He's still crying, man. He couldn't take it. He just wasn't
talking
able
about crying,
to come to the show.
El Pachuca, ¿qué pasó, mi Edwin? ¿Todo bien? ¿En casa?
Yeah, everything's good. We need a humble. We need a little bit of humbleness.
Abolladón de Corona que le dieron ahí, pero bueno, that's none of my business. That's none of my business. Anyways, so
you're happy because you're America tight.
My America. Okay. Yeah.
America
you clearly
closet.
haven't joined the podcast in probably a few years. And you don't even remember. My name is Hugo, by the way.
Es americanista de closet, mi buen Hugo.
Te hablan, mi super.
Si no te queda saco, no lo repartas, mi chavo.
Bueno. Anyway, so let's talk about we could talk about all the games really, but let's talk about the important one. Well, no, first of all, yeah, exactly. So the only perfect one so far with some of the teams that haven't played 2 games, Tigres, Guadalajara. Kiki dice mi super, you take those 4 points just because they were away games, right?
They were away, so it's always good. I mean, even though the Chivas is horrible at home,
they always what are you
they always do good. They always do good, and when they're on the road. So they're on track. They're on track, and they're still haven't allowed any goals. So that's a good thing. Despite that, we thought that el Guacho, he was gonna just ahora sí que las iba a regalar como regaló la final de la Copa por México.
No, el Guacho ya se... Bueno, vamos a ver que se está ahí consolidando, pero también hay rumores tú, our insider is Edwin. Anything from goalie in Chivas that we heard? Because I heard a few things.
Acevedo, there's still a chance that Acevedo might go to Chivas. There's still a big chance. From what I know, is his agent met with the Chivas director Fernando Hierro, and so they're still negotiating the same way the Pachuca negotiated with Ibanez with Tigres at the last minute on Monterrey. It's gonna want to happen.
All right. So let's keep an eye on that. Any news you got, Samara, from the big teams? Anything you've heard? Because I know Edwin has a few things also with America, but let's go by order. Go for it.
Since we're talking about Chivas, like in the show on Instagram, that Alexis Vega go minimal and surgery this Wednesday. You know, he came out injured from the game against San Luis. So the good news is that they ruled out an ACL injury. So that's good. So after Wednesday, we will know how long it will take for him to get back on track. And that's the news from Chivas that I have.
Actually, Hugo.
Well, I was gonna say if they only do a astroscopia or no, I don't know what's it called again. They said it's only 15 days recovery time apparently.
No.
15 días.
But they were given. I saw that an interview that El Dr. Ortega was saying that it's possible that from 5 to 7 weeks the minimum. So
what?
Yeah, he has a fissure on his knee. It's not a ligament related injury, but it has something to do with his bone. So it might be from a month to 2 months recovery.
So like a stress fracture type of thing.
Yeah. So also one thing is that if that happens, Ormeño might be coming back to the first team of Chivas. So
no manches.
The reason is because so Chivas had Ormeño put as his sixth forward, and now the Alexis Vega is injured. They don't know if they're gonna use Perez Buquet all the whole time in El Tapatío. They're gonna move on right to the first team for sure. So they're still debating whether they're gonna keep Ormeño or not. Because I mean, at the end of the day, Chivas cannot give that chance to not have at least a backup in the bench for their forwards, for Cisneros, for los dos Cisneros.
By the way, busqué, ¿cómo se llama el chavo del Tapatío?
Pérez Buquet.
Anotó con el Tapatío, correcto.
Anotó con el Tapatío, sí.
Double. I think 2 goals, I believe.
Yeah, he got a brace.
Yeah, and an assist. So I mean, he's a good, I guess he's a good player. He showed it last tournament when he had the opportunity. But I mean, that's one of the problems about Chivas. Sometimes, they're depending on those canteranos coming up, but cuando llegan se les sube y nothing happens with them.
Well, look, they're asking of when JJ Macias will come back. Macias he already got done with this process of therapy after his injury. He's already back to solo training. He should be back already into the first team training with the whole team. So we'll see. Hopefully, about 2 to 3 weeks, he might be back on the bench.
And guys, now that Alexis Vega's ruled out, who's to take his place? Who's to, do his role, right? ¿Quién va a ser el atacante ahí en Chivas? Ustedes que son fanáticos también.
Jugando de 10, yo diría. ¿Quién es el 10?
That's the problem. There is none. There is nobody that can, give you.
El nene hace buen trabajo, pero no está para jugar de 10.
I mean, the one that I see to replace this position will be again Perez Buquet. He's the only player that could actually play on the side or play as a winger or play as a number 10. I think Chivas made the big mistake of bringing Daniel Rios back instead of bringing Brandon Velasquez. We got to keep in mind that Daniel Rios only scored 3 goals in his whole time in the MLS. Is not a reliable player. He was already in the first team of Chivas back in the day. Nothing happened with him. I think we're looking Chivas overlooked a good player, which is Brandon Velasquez in the MLS, and now actually there's talks that they want to get him for the U.S. national team, so they can keep him from going to Mexico.
Well, we all know what happened there, Edwin. I mean, it's too much money, man. They tried bringing him last year, and they were asking for $5 million.
They didn't try. Brando's was the third option to bring. It's unbelievable that the first option, the second option was Ormeño over Brandon Velasquez, which Ormeño had not played a full game.
Because it was cheaper also. He was cheaper.
Peláez came out and said that he asked for the player, but they were asking for $5 million. They said no, he's not. They didn't think it was worth it at that time, And then eventually he went on to have a great season, and now it's a lot more money now. So
I mean, it wasn't worth it, but when Chivas was asking for him, they were in mid-season. He had already scored a few goals, so why not to look at that? Look at the way he was playing, and actually got a different player than Daniel Rios. Daniel Rios is the same thing as is Ronaldo Cisneros. They're pretty much the same player. They're players of área. They're players that did not come back. They're players that will not drop back to get the ball and to start a play. Not different. There's a big difference of having a number 9 or having a player that can work in different positions throughout the field.
No, so let's say he's not gonna go. I mean, so they're playing with Pérez, Busquets, and that's it. But ¿quién más llega para Chivas? Porque se hablaron de refuerzos y eso. Aquí Luis Bravo dice, saquen los 7 millones para traer a Lainez. That's not gonna happen. Se mencionó hasta Luis Chávez en algún momento.
No, Luis Chávez está valorado en 12 millones. Chivas no lo va a pagar.
12 millones, yo creo que si saldría a Europa se puede ir por menos, pero es decisión de él. De hecho, ya estaba.
Sí,
ya tenía
en el mercado local está evaluado en 12 millones. Para Europa tiene una cláusula de rescisión en su contrato de 6 millones.
¿Los 12 los iba a pagar Monterrey?
Iban a dar 7 millones más Ponchito González.
Y el que no quiso fue
Luis Chávez.
Okay, so and that's to Monterrey.
Doesn't want to go to another Mexican because obviously he's waiting on that opportunity from Europe, and you know how that whole contractual thing could go. Once they pay all this for him, then he's not going to be able to leave anymore. So
yeah, they're not gonna.
Luis Chávez.
But that's with Monterrey. He wouldn't go for Chivas because for Chivas he would be worth 15 million.
Yeah, the thing is, the Pachuca and Chivas have a good relationship, so it could be the same thing that happened with Pocho Guzman, that they're gonna pay three in advance in keeping a release clause of 20% Pachuca, and then the next year they're gonna pay the other 3. So the relationships are different. They could have done something, but at the end of the day, Luis Chávez does not want to move from Pachuca. First of all, because he's happy there. His wife is happy there in the city. It's not a big city that has a lot of distractions. So this is where he has played his best soccer. Remember, he was in Xolos, nothing happened. He's been playing in different teams in Liga MX, and nothing has happened with him before until he went to Pachuca. I think also la combinación de Eric Sánchez junto con Luis Chávez, they complement each other pretty well. Towards where you're gonna find maybe like I said, Monterrey, un Celso Ortiz that does not do a lot of dynamic movement throughout the field. It's not the same. So Chivas, you have only el Nene Beltrán, que también es un jugador un poco más de recuperación, no es un jugador tan dinámico, que lo ha estado haciendo bien en esta nueva posición que lo están poniendo Pavlovich, but that's not his first position actually. So it's all a matter of where am I going to perform the best, or if I'm going to get money. At the end of the day, his contract is pretty solid in Pachuca. He's getting pretty good money. So why move from somewhere where it's working already?
Yeah. Well, Gerardo Fisher, by the way, saludos al buen Gerardo Fisher, coming up with a good comment over here saying Monterrey y Chivas deberían enfocarse en darle oportunidad a sus chavos y no tratar de comprar a los del Pachuca. I think that's part of the idea by bringing Fierro, I believe. But I mean, for that, we know it takes time and seasons with no results, which has happened already with Chivas. So they should do it anyways, I think. With Monterrey, that's a whole nother story, because I think for the money that they put on.
Yeah, los equipos regios, they build their teams to win championships, not to for the moment. They, like I said, we put the example for Tigres. Tigres saw the Gorrarian was working in Santos. They got their checks out, and they're like, all right, how much money you want for it? Here it is. Let me take them. Same thing with Ibanez. Ibanez was one of the top 10 elite scorers in the world throughout the whole 2022. So why not get him? Imagine now that duo that you're gonna have with Gignac and Ibanez is gonna be it's gonna be a powerful one. So their teams
ya está viejito Gignac, ¿no? Samara.
Los viejitos, yeah, los viejitos.
Ya está viejito Gignac, es lo que dicen.
Years left. Has a few more years left in the Mexican league, so they're gonna have a powerhouse there they're gonna have los tres latest campeones de goleo. So Tigres is looking strong, really strong for this season.
Well, yeah, it's I mean, it's the second week, and they're showing it. I think if not, ask them. I mean, Pachuca, it's still, I think it's gonna be a contender for the title again. I don't think they're gonna get it, but still, they're gonna go pretty far, I'm pretty sure. And what Tigres show right now, and that's this past game, it's like a golpe de autoridad, according to what I think.
Also, another team that's doing good with their young players is Santos. We're underlooking Santos with all the players they're exporting to different teams in Liga MX and also Europe. You look at the way their young players are playing. It's pretty good. Like at the end of the day, they haven't spent so much money into the refuerzos. They go and get cheap refuerzos from South America that they work in Liga MX, and they resell them to big teams here in Mexico.
It's too bad we don't have what's it called, Fernando here, because he would tell us that how Pumas, he's doing a great job, and con Puente y con Puente también, a ver qué tal les va, pero
trae puro chamaco Pumas.
Let's just focus on what we have right now, which is definitely not Pumas and definitely not Fernando. But so moving on to America, and what do you guys think? Super, tú que eres americanista de closet,
no
¿le ves algo de futuro esta temporada, o crees que va a ser otra igual así con fracaso por ahí incluido?
No, you know what?
contra el Toluca.
I do think they're gonna struggle. I mean, we saw this game against Toluca where they were they were down and they had to come back twice, right? So si no fuera por los penaltis, ¿verdad? I think that they would have lost that game. No sé si en realidad fueron o no fueron, pero no, I think they're gonna struggle. I think they're gonna struggle.
Pues si fueron, ¿cómo no? Lo marcaron y lo anotaron.
Ya.
Sin Yolanda.
Te estás saliendo del closet ya, por favor.
I think, well, with America, there's a few changes coming up. We got our insider, because no ha hablado casi, so let us talk. Háblanos, Edwin, ya para callarte un ratito y ponerte mute.
No, Federico Viñas, it's real close to go to Pachuca. The only thing that's they're working on right now is whether Pachuca wants him as a loan for a year with an option of buying it, and America wants to sell him. That's the only thing that's complicating the transfer from Federico Viñas to Pachuca. What do I think about it? I mean, in the beginning, Federico Viñas, when he first came to America, was showing special things, was showing future, but right now I think he's got stuck in a place where he's not giving out more. Remember, Viñas was even a Uruguay national player for like a few games. So we don't know what's gonna happen. And also, America is looking to buy a right back. They're looking to get a right back. They're also thinking about Kevin Alvarez from Pachuca. So it might be a little trueque there.
Part of the deal, yeah. You can say it. I mean, el América desbarata jugadores. Eso se dedica. You can just say it. It's okay. But and so nobody else coming to America. Yeah, you had a name in there. Somebody coming to America? No? Didn't you mention it at the beginning of the show or before the show? Solo Viñas yéndose a Pachuca. That's it.
Perdió la memoria.
Okay, no. I thought I heard somebody. I thought I heard somebody.
No, del que hablé fue de Olvera, que llega a Pachuca, un jugador de 18 años que llega a Pachuca de Cerro Porteño, de Paraguay, llega a Pachuca como la suplencia de Nico Ibáñez.
Ya, vale. ¿Y bajo los tres palos el América nada?
No. Tan Ortiz y la directiva, they're real happy right now as far as how Jimenez he started to become a leader in the locker room for the team. He's one of the oldest players on the team. So, and Tan Ortiz for now, he's happy with the decision he made. They also have Malagon, which is a player for the future. It's a national team player. So they're not looking that. What they really want is a right back, from what I heard.
Yeah. And Samara, I saw your face. We're going to get to the Mextranjeros, and especially when we talk about what's going to happen abajo de los tres postes. We'll get to it. Be patient, because I know. I don't know if these guys are memo lovers, but we'll see. I mean, we'll talk about it in a second. ¿No? El super sí es porque salió del América.
¿Ocho lover? ¿Qué dijiste? ¿Ocho lover?
Memo lover, pues, como le quieras llamar.
Yo pensé que dijiste 8.
Real quick, moving on just to another one. Los Pumas, 3-0.
Bueno,
no se burlen mucho porque no está Fernando, así que keep it light.
No, Fernando's still crying, that's why he couldn't make it.
Tienen un actor de técnico, un actor de Televisa.
No hables así. También fue exjugador, exdirectivo, excomentarista.
Vendía empanadas allá afuera de Televisa, dicen también.
Hijo de papi.
No. Pero
campeón del ascenso.
Sí, cierto.
He got the best contract out of all the coaches in Liga MX. So, let's give him that.
What's that?
6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually a 4-month contract with the option to renew 2 more.
Because it might be less than, especially with this kind of start. But yeah, we'll see. Who's replacing Vega? Gerardo Figueroa. Thank you for joining. Gerardo Figueroa, he's a Rockets fan apparently. I don't know. It's probably from your city, Samara. But
yeah.
We talked about it. I think it's Pérez Buquet. Buquet es su nombre, ¿no?
Pérez Buquet.
Buquet, exactamente. That's what we think. El Nene Beltrán no está para jugar de 10, ¿verdad? O sea, seguro no por las bandas.
No,
por las bandas
es más 5. Es más 5.
Él es más 6.
6, ok. Sí, 5, 6, dale. Ok.
7.
No, o sea, no le puedo dar una buena al Edwin porque me la tiene que arreglar.
Es que digo, si los cuentas bien, va, el portero es el 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Pero esa posición se llama 5, bro.
No, discúlpame, pero se le dice 6 también.
Es 8, güey.
Es 5 al contención. A ver, is Lightning replacing Vega o Pizarro? Pizarro, what's going on? What's his deal? Pizarro is not.
He's going to enter Miami again. So apparently,
no, he's training by himself. He's
not even Chivas. He would go to Chivas for free, wouldn't he?
He's been training by himself this whole time. He's not training with Inter de Miami. Inter de Miami already released him from his contract. He's a free agent.
So Chivas wouldn't take him for free?
Está vetado por Amaury Vergara.
Yeah. I guess there was that issue where, remember when there was the whole fiasco about asking for the los premios por ganar. Fue el torneo, ¿no? Fue la 2017.
Yeah, there's three players. I think from what I heard is they will never wear a Chivas jersey again, which is one of them is Alan Pulido, the other one is Pizarro, and the other one will be Marquito Fabián.
Wow.
Por alborotar el gallinero.
They could have been
for
free.
Vetados, ¿o por qué? I would have had another one on there as Antuna.
Yeah.
No, from what I heard, the only ones that do not have a single relationship with the owner of the club Chivas with the Mauri Vergara, and he has said personally that those players will never wear a jersey, Chivas jersey ever, as long as he's the owner of the team.
All right, vamos a juntar la cooperacha para ver si
para comprársela o qué, mi super.
Chivas.
¿Para comprar Chivas, super?
Está barato. Dile al Canelo.
Right?
Yeah,
no, ya dijo que quiere Atlas.
Pues le sale más barato por eso. That's okay. No biggie, no biggie. But yeah, talking about Atlas, did you guys see it again? I didn't see it. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Anything good from them?
A ver, Edwin.
Ganaron a los Atlas. Ganaron a los Atlas. Well, that's all I can say.
All right, nothing cool then. So another 70 years or what?
Give it or take.
Give or take. All right. Moving on then. So there's a game today. Necaxa se enfrenta a León. Just so we know, the game starts in about half hour after the show. As soon as the show's over. So from here you can go see the Monday Night Football. And I'm not talking about the Cowboys. I'm talking about the Necaxa León. That's the real game. But Samara, if you want to start with the prediction for that game, if you want. I know we talk about it in the Instagram live. Necaxa, Samara is a Necaxa fan, like the third one in the entire country.
She gave her a prediction already last week, no?
Oh yeah, you remember what it was?
This still was. Yeah, was still a
week 2.
Week 2, yeah.
Oh
know,
yeah, we did.
But you can remind us.
Remember what that prediction was, guys. No me acuerdo. Let me go watch the video.
Okay. What do you think is going to happen
today?
What do you think is going to win tonight?
Okay, so no contando la última predicción que hice. Yo voy con León. I think that's what I said. I think I said 1-0. No me acuerdo.
León?
But
at least we got a realistic one. Montes se nos va de la Liga MX. ¿Cuándo es nos dice aquí?
El día de hoy es su homenaje al medio tiempo y se nos va al Everton de Chile.
No está mal a cobrar un ratito.
Es del mismo grupo Pachuca, entonces lo único que se le respeta el contrato que tenía León, nada más se transfiere al otro equipo.
Okay, not bad. You drink good wine and eat good meat.
How old is
winter.
Chapito?
I mean, it's summer.
I think he's 33.
It's going to be a good game.
Sorry, you're cutting off a little bit, Samara. It's going to be what?
A good game,
Super, que si
para ver tan siquiera la despedida de Luis Montes.
All right.
We'll see. I mean, he had a good career. Let's give it to him.
I mean, in the peak of his game, he got injured.
Those injuries that he suffered.
Yeah. So, no, but still, he, coming, he was in La Liga de Ascenso, right? And he went through the whole process, being champion from Ascenso to.
Yeah.
Was he in the doblete or no? He was, right?
Yeah, he was one of the captains.
Yeah. So.
Remember that he was in Pachuca, nothing big happened to him. He was one of the players that Pachuca brought. Same thing as when Paulo Aguilar came in, Luis Montes, Eddie Brambilla, jugadores de Liga MX que a lo mejor no pasó mucho con ellos, pero eran de esa generación. Nada bueno pasa con Luis Montes, con Eddie Brambilla, con varios jugadores que se van al equipo de León Ascenso y el mismo Gulit Peña. Y ellos después levantan a León y lo llevan al bicampeonato.
Borrachón. Oye, pero,
borrachín y borrachón.
Pero ese Gulit Peña, ese equipo que había levantado León, de hecho, hasta Rafa Márquez termina siendo parte de ese equipo, ¿no?
Yeah, well, but that was already right, like a few years after.
Okay. Yeah, after that doblete. And so he was, Samara said 1-0 León last episode. Super Mojado, págale el celular a Samara, por favor, el internet, por favor, para que lo tenga más rápido. He started in Chivas, then went to Pachuca, luego León. Habla de...
I'm still trying to pay for the Qatar trip.
That's what happened. Trae señal de Qatar todavía.
I have the delay, guys.
Yes, she's still ahead of us.
Es que she's still in Qatar. Se quedó con un príncipe allá.
¿Y por qué no fuiste, güey? ¿No te llegó el boleto del Tri Online, Edwin, o qué pasó?
No, el pro se puso medio codo con eso.
Ah, yo pensé que a todos nos había llegado así, igual que a mí me llegó mi boleto.
Ni al Super ni a mí, somos los más viejos.
Wey.
No, el Super no quiso, güey.
Lo que pasa es que mi camello se descompuso a medio camino.
No le dio agua.
No, yo iba a decir otra cosa, pero...
Oh, shit.
Let's keep it PG,
Come
guys.
on, Hugo.
Yeah, I know. Let's keep it PG. Let's keep it PG. Anyway, so we're talking about that, Samara. So you did say that León was going to win. That's going to be a good game to watch, unless you guys want to watch the Cowboys. But we'll see about that one, or Tom Brady. But yeah, moving on. We can go to talk about los Mextranjeros, or we can see the round week 3, what's going to happen, and make a quick predictions real quick if you guys are up to. Let's go for predictions, and let's take a look at the schedule. And we're looking at the schedule. Let's do a predictions real quick. Friday we got eso va a ser una más. Las 2 del viernes van a ser masacres. Cholos no traen nada.
El clásico Mazatlán Santos.
Okay,
clásico,
¿cómo se llama esa calle? Hay una carretera que es Torreón Mazatlán, me parece. But anyways, yeah, there's a big bridge.
Are they playing, or is Mazatlán still a disaster?
I don't know.
Maybe they're gonna play somewhere else.
They said it should be good by week 3, so we'll see. Hopefully they'll get to play that game.
Any good games coming up? León Pumas, Pachuca Juárez va a ser bueno, yo creo. Pachuca yo no estoy muy convencido todavía que haya retomado pero vamos a ver. Para mí el mejor juego de la semana es Chivas Toluca.
Chivas Toluca, sí, es el del morbo.
Sí, exacto, no por ser Chivas, pero el resto se ven flojones. Cruz Azul, no hemos hablado de Cruz Azul, pero algo bueno yo no le veo mucho, sí.
Digo, hay una gran mejoría del torneo pasado en el funcionamiento, pero creo que Cruz Azul todavía le afecta no tener un 9 matón en el área.
Y eso es siguen afectados por la salida del Bebote, ¿no?
Sí, claro, no han podido encontrar un buen reemplazo para el Bebote y la verdad lo han visto muy difícil, lo han intentado con todos, han comprado jugadores, Rotoldi, los nuevos que llegaron, está Estrada ahora jugando en esa posición y la verdad que no se les ve mucho.
Para los del viernes, Samara, predicciones para los del viernes.
Ok,
Super,
Santos,
que le pagues el teléfono.
Mazatlán 0, Tigres 4-0.
Uf,
wow,
¿y qué dijiste de Santos? ¿Santos qué?
Santos, I said 3-0.
3-0, wow.
Samara, are you sure you're not in Qatar still? Because the signal, we have a delay there, so it's probably you're in Qatar. You need a GoFundMe account to get a
que le mueva la antena en el roof, go to the roof, muévele al conejito ahí.
Super, partidos del viernes, échale.
All right, 2-0 Santos and 3-0 Tigres.
¿Alguna sorpresa, Edwin, para el viernes o igual?
1-1 Santos Mazatlán.
Nomás el Contreras.
No, creo que van a quedar 1-1. Y 2-0 Tigres, a favor Tigres.
Yo voy 2-0 y 2-0. Los dos 2-0 y ganan los visitantes. Sábado, Monterrey gana. América gana. Empate 1-1 Cruz Azul Necaxa. Y las Chivas ganan 3-2. Samara.
Wow, 3-2. Okay. I'm going to go with Monterrey gana. América gana. Cruz Azul gana y empata Chivas y Toluca 1-1.
Edwin?
Monterrey gana, América y Puebla, a pesar de la fulminada que le dio la América en la liguilla pasada al Puebla, creo que empatan. Cruz Azul le gana 1-0 al Necaxa y creo que Toluca le gana 3-1 a las Chivas.
Me encanta. Échale, Super.
All right, 2-0 Monterrey, 2-2 América Puebla, 1-1 Necaxa Cruz Azul, and 2-1 Chivas at home.
Okay.
So.
Sunday, Samara, empiezas tú, los tres.
Okay. Empate 1-1 León y Pumas. Atlas 2-0 a Querétaro y Pachuca 1-0 Juárez.
Pachuca 1-0 Juárez. Yo voy con Pumas. Gana 2-1 León. 2-2 empata Querétaro Atlas. Uy, que es el partido también. A ver si no se agarran. No te creas. Ya too late. Y es en Querétaro. Pachuca gana por la mínima 1-0 Juárez. Edwin.
León 3-0 a Pumas. Atlas 2-1 a Querétaro. Y Pachuca, diferencia de un gol contra Juárez.
Super.
All right, 2-1 favor León. 2-0 Querétaro. And 2-1 Pachuca.
Okay. We got it. I know Samara cannot wait to talk about this, but so let's start over. Let's start about I don't know. Are we taking a break, producer? Are we taking a break, or are we good? I think we're good. We're almost over.
Break,
so yeah,
break.
there's no time for break. We got no time. We're good. Remember, any comments that you guys see, we'll read them out loud here. But let's talk about Mextranjeros, and Samara just cannot wait to talk about Memo Ochoa. What happened?
Pues recibió 8 a 2. No, nada más. No, but I'm here to defend Ochoa, guys, okay?
Okay, so let's hear.
How? Go ahead.
Se congeló.
¿Ya viste?
Ochoa. For whatever he wants to accomplish. So, mira, ¿verdad? Está teniendo, se está enfrentando a jugadores pues que son de una liga muy buena, que pues en la Liga MX esos jugadores nos van a enfrentar en el Mundial. Entonces, para su objetivo yo pienso que está teniendo un muy buen trabajo, ¿verdad? Ya es desafortunado que le metieron goles, pero pues la verdad hay que contar también las atajadas que tuvo, y pues tampoco no todo es culpa de él, también el equipo y su defensa, pues ¿qué se puede hacer? No es pulpo, ¿verdad?
Okay, all right. So that was a good attempt to defend him, but you failed, Samara. Thank you.
Come on.
I mean, especially you brought this topic, which means Memo Ochoa para el 2026. It's not going to happen. And if it does, I'm not supporting the Mexican national team. I would support any other teem. I'm being serious.
Maybe he goes as the third portero.
That's another story. But yeah, that's cool. I would be cool with it. Es Ochoa contra 11 jugadores. Mira, más Ochoa lovers. I don't know. I mean, here's my opinion that nobody asked yet, and I haven't. So, but I'm gonna just drop it, and then we'll. Edwin fumando. Hazme el favor. ¿Quién fuma en estos días, Edwin? Come on. There's kids watching this show. Venga. This is my take about Ochoa. If he wants to play in Europe, it's fantastic. I applaud the whole thing. I applaud all the atajadas that he makes, and I think he's a great goalkeeper. Period. To me, that's fine. I'll take all that, and I'll support him. And he's a great Mexican goalkeeper. That's it. I'm not even gonna discuss if he was the best Mexican goalkeeper in the history. Number one, and that's it. His career with national team, it's over. Period. If we don't argue those 2 points, everything else he's doing right now, it's fantastic. Next.
Super.
Super, go super.
No, well, I mean, what can you say? I mean, I think that you know, lo van a seguir vapuleando, ¿cómo se dice? Mi buena Hugo.
Vapuleando.
He's just gonna keep receiving goals like that, man. He is.
Let's take a look at his numbers. Look at this, super. You keep going, but we're just gonna put his numbers up. Look, keep going.
Yeah, so he went to a league where it's probably it's a tougher league. It's like Samara was saying earlier, and again he went to a team in a lower ranked team in Italy. So it's just I don't see any hope for him, and I mean, good for him that he's in Europe, but this is the reality where he's at. I mean, I don't think it was either Ochoa or whoever else was on the goal that was going to receive the same amount of goals, and I just hey, que lo disfrute, ¿verdad? I just think that that's all you can do at this stage, que lo disfrute.
See, I think he wanted to see this Ochoa in Europe. He wanted to make history in that, open the door for many other goalkeepers coming out. But many people said already, he's a great goalkeeper and he did great in World Cups. But that's it. I'm not. Don't try to put him in the best goalie in the history of Mexico and nothing else. These are his numbers. And
I agree. Look, I agree with Gerardo Fisher. Al final de cuentas tienes que ver también a las ligas que ha ido. Si ha ido a top ligas como la Liga Española, la Liga de Francia y la Liga Italiana, pero tienes que ver también el tipo de equipos a los que fue. No fue equipos top, no ha ido equipos que tú digas que van a pelear por algo. Estamos viendo el nivel, desgraciadamente, de los porteros mexicanos a lo que pueden llegar a Europa. Un portero mexicano no te va a llegar a un nivel grande en Europa. Y no nada más él. Estamos hablando donde se puede decir que uno de los mejores porteros de la historia de México o el mejor portero de la historia de México, pero es hasta ahí. A Ochoa le falta salida en el área, le falta jugar con los pies. Es un gran portero bajo los tres palos, porque en reacción creo que en la Liga MX no ha habido ningún portero mejor que él, porque tiene unos grandes reflejos, pero hasta ahí. Para mí Ochoa es un portero de un nivel, si lo ponemos del 1 al 10, un 8. No creo que haya sido el gran portero que se le quiere llamar en varios programas de televisión o en varios podcasts que se han visto ahí. Para mí Ochoa es un jugador, sí, diferente en la Liga Mexicana, pero que hasta en la Liga Mexicana lo vimos cometiendo errores garrafales que le costaban puntos a su equipo. No debería de llegar al siguiente Mundial 2026, no debería de llegar, y si llega, sería un gran error del equipo.
No va a llegar.
Al final de
cuentas, what you're saying is no Mexican goalkeeper would go farther than this.
No.
I'm saying that's a mistake. But ¿qué tal si sale un portero alto, muy bueno, con los pies? Un buen portero. Los jugadores se pueden hacer. No creo que los tiempos cambien.
Pero,
no ha habido.
Pero desgraciadamente no tenemos un jugador de campo que haya ya proyectado más que Rafa Márquez, pero lo vemos, además de Rafa Márquez o Hugo Sánchez en sus tiempos, no ha habido un jugador mexicano ahorita que salga y que te pueda jugar a un nivel top en Europa.
Chicharito, ¿no?
Chicharito, no, la verdad, hay que ser sinceros. Chicharito es más jugador de área, más rematador. No es un jugador que te juegue con los pies y que te cree una jugada, que se bote.
Sí, bueno, pero los jugadores de área también son jugadores muy importantes.
Sí, pero desgraciadamente no vamos a tener un jugador top en un equipo como titular los 36 partidos de una liga, de una temporada en Europa. No lo vamos a llegar a tener. El único que tuvimos fue Raúl Jiménez y desgraciadamente llegó un equipo
Sánchez,
que está peleando.
No, pero igual, Raúl, es que a ver, estás trayendo otra historia, otro pedazo de la discusión que no va más allá. Todavía no ha salido. Para empezar, todavía no ha salido. Esperemos y si salga en algún tiempo. Pero, por ejemplo, jugadores que lo pudieron hacer, Raúl Jiménez, para mí Chicharito sí, porque dices jugador de área. Se necesitan jugadores de área. Y lo hizo muy bien en equipos top. Bueno,
un jugador más con suerte, fue un jugador más con suerte y todos lo sabemos.
Pero claro que puede haber otro. Miren, no se olviden de Hugo Sánchez.
Si te fijas, bueno, es que volvemos a hablar de lo mismo. El tiempo en el fútbol de Hugo Sánchez era muy diferente.
Samara, ¿tú crees que lo del Chicharito es suerte, todo lo que hizo?
Oh, man.
La agarré distraída. ¿En serio I'm
not a Chicharito fan or supporter of Chicharito, but he was one of the Mexicans who did leave his mark. Whether it was small, but he was one of the ones who, played there and stayed there for a little bit and had opportunities.
Suerte metes 2-3 goles, suerte metes 10. Chicharito metió un montón de goles, suerte no me vengas, o sea.
But I think what Edwin is trying to say whenever it comes to like Ochoa, I feel like I can compare the situation. Maybe like he won't reach the level of maybe Keylor Navas. That's kind of what I see Edwin is saying.
Un Ederson, jugador brasileño que te pone de un despeje un balón en el pie, ni siquiera es un despeje al aire, es un despeje, un pase directo, un Alisson, igual jugador brasileño, el mismo Dibu Martínez, la verdad, lo odiemos o lo amemos, el Dibu Martínez es un gran jugador con los pies. Entonces, es un gran portero con los pies. Creo que en México es lo que le llega a faltar a los porteros para dar ese salto, porque reacción la tienen, porque Acevedo ves lo mismo, pero también ves jugar a Acevedo en algunos partidos y comete errores garrafales con los pies. Eso es lo único que nos va a faltar para que ese portero mexicano que tanto alabamos pueda llegar a un nivel más alto. Tiene la reacción. Hay jugadores volvemos con Talavera, que hizo una gran atajada en este partido pasado de Juárez, donde regresa hacia atrás y se lanza y saca un balón prácticamente de la línea, y es un gran jugador saliendo y midiendo su área, pero con los pies nos falta demasiado, y es desgraciadamente donde nos estamos quedando estancados en esa proyección de jugadores hacia un nivel más top.
Sí, bueno, y es parte de lo que se ha estado buscando, que los jugadores aumenten su proyección en Europa, en todos estos lugares. Pero algo que sí puedo decir, a lo mejor se crecía mucho en los mundiales Ochoa.
Claro, sí,
sí. A lo mejor lo vamos a extrañar, quieras o no, así, o a menos que salga un portero top, como decimos, y que se lo lleven a Europa y que sea un jugador o un portero top. Lo que Edwin dice de que no tendremos algún jugador, todavía no lo tendremos, pero alguien que dices así, un jugador, como tú dices, un titular indiscutible, 36 partidos y que sea su posición, y su posición, yo me estoy imaginando estos jugadores con la mano bajita, pero de muy buena calidad, como lo hizo Rafa Márquez en su momento.
Sí.
Yo me estoy imaginando un Coque con España, o con el Atlético, un tipo, bueno, podría decirte Modric, que es un crack, pero vamos, que son con la mano bajita, they make a fantastic career. Modric es caso aparte, vamos, pero ese tipo de jugadores, alguien que se gane la titularidad de un equipo top por mucho tiempo. Chicharito lo hizo, y eso no es suerte, ¿eh? Puedes discutir todo lo que tú quieras.
Chicharito only had 2 periods of time in his career where he was a starter. It was at the end of the season with Manchester United, because after that season with Alex Ferguson, once Alex Ferguson left, David Moyes, Van Gaal, they're the ones that left, the ones that left and kept them on the bench, and with Bayer Leverkusen. But at the end of the day, once that coach left too and try to find a different position for Chicharito, he was also benched in Sevilla. Which
didn't
was where they said
and this is why many he didn't fit into many in the type of game of the goalie and of the coach, and it makes sense. It's completely makes sense. He wasn't such as a versátil, el Chicharito, so it's harder for him to get esa titularidad que tú dices constante por el resto. Gerardo Fischer nos dice, Marcelo Flores, hagan changuitos. For me,
to be honest, no.
For me,
where is he now?
En el Real Oviedo en España, en la segunda división.
That's fine. He's, what is it, 19?
Yeah, he's 19, yeah.
That's fine, yeah. Take it. I'll take it.
Pero, once again, it's in me, I've talked personally with el papá de Marcelo Flores, un saludo al señor Rubén. It's the projection that they have for him, it's different. Even in Arsenal, they let him go for a reason, because they didn't see a fit on on the U20 academy and U23 academy. There's a reason why now León is in talks to bring him to Liga MX.
But even remember, Arsenal let go Carlos Vela at some point, so just there's that.
But
so if we get another Carlos Vela,
Berger salió a decirlo. Yo no quería dejar ir a Carlos Vela. I didn't want to let him go, but it was more because of him. He didn't want to try. He wasn't what it was. Player. He wasn't. He wanted to be that player. He didn't want to be that player that was different on the field. He had potential, but at the end of the day, he didn't want to be that player.
All right. El de Argentina players, el que es mexicano, I don't get it.
There's a player en Rosario Central que es mexicano y juega con la selección mexicana sub-20 y sub-23, al igual que hay un jugador chileno también que juega en Chile no me acuerdo del equipo ahorita, pero también uno de sus hermanos juega en Italia, que juega con la nacionalidad chilena, su otro hermano juega en el mismo equipo de él, pero then again, there's still players they're young, but they haven't won the spot to be on a first team to be that revelations, to be that player that's we're gonna see there's something different. At the end of the day, young players in Mexico they have that leg peak on their game. They don't show what Brazilian players, what Argentinian players, what Spanish players show when they're 17, 18. You see Valdez, the left back from Barcelona, he's only 18 and he's already a starting player in the Barcelona team. It's different until we don't change that mentality from our young players to go to Europe. We have players that are debuting at 25 years old, 24 years old. That's already too late.
Yeah, that is true. It is true. Well, we'll see if we follow el Tata Martino's final report, as in menos extranjeros, más jóvenes. I mean, he had to write something on that report.
But you laugh about it and you're like, yeah, he had to write something about it, but it's true. At the end of the day, it is true.
Pero eso lo sabemos desde que antes que empezara él de técnico. No inventó la rueda. We're running out of time. Luis Bravo, he always knew he needed to be that. It's not luck. Not everyone has the ability to be in the box at the right spot at the right time. That is true, Luis. I still say Chicharito's no fue suerte lo de Chicharito. There's always good things. I disagree. Mexicans show their quality at a young age. We have a few world championships. The problem is we don't.
Well, where they're at now.
Exactly. No, I don't
at
think
the end of their careers,
there's a lot of players. There's a lot of players. I mean, you see, and I'm sure Samara knows about this. La Momia, he's building a soccer academy here in Texas. Es un albañil.
Why don't you guys go and do a special report on them?
I mean, let's have him on the show.
Probably did one. Let's bring him on.
Let's have him on the show and have him talk to us about what he's up to right now. You know, it would be nice to catch up and see what was of his career, what he's doing now. But guys, before we move on and going back to Memo, the Italian press did defend him. I'm reading Luis Bravo's comment that, you know, they were defending him, right? And also the Salernitana let go of the head coach, Davide Nicolà. So,
el otro que se quedó sin coach también es Johan Vázquez, ¿eh?
Johan Vázquez, sí, eso es bueno porque no lo estaban llamando.
Yeah.
Sí. Y una más, guys, Ochoa se va a enfrentar al Napoli y al Chucky en el próximo partido.
Y que el Chucky ya no el Chucky también ya no lo quiere el técnico del Napoli, ¿eh?
16.
Y metió gol el Bebote, hablando de él también.
El Bebote.
Gol, ¿no?
Yes, 16 goles para Ochoa next week.
También Orbelín.
Orbelín metió gol también en Grecia.
Orbelín muy bien en Grecia.
Yes.
Hey guys, what do you guys think about Lainez situation?
No, he should go to another team. I mean, and to be honest, and I think I'm gonna break a lot of hearts here. No está demostrando nivel para Europa en lo personal. Y no es su culpa. A mí se me hacía si me sigue siendo el factor, yo creo que tuvo que haber ido al Mundial, pero no está demostrando. Y en Europa, por eso dicen, lo de Chicharito fue suerte. Ni madres. If you're good in Europe, you'll make it. If you're not, you're not going to make it.
You know what, though? I think that, he picked the wrong team at that time when he had the option to go to
you gotta fix it
Ajax
now,
or
¿o qué vas a hacer?
o
Ya,
ir
una
con,
decisión
o ir
te
con
jodió
su
la
ídolo
carrera.
guardado, you know,
He was
a
pressured
veces
because, you know, he wanted that spot in the World Cup, and Tata Martino was like, tienes que jugar, and either way, he didn't end up playing, and now he's looking for a team.
Like at the end of the day, I think
there is rumors that a team in MLS wants him, and I've heard that the Houston Dynamo is one of those teams. They did look for him last season, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
Hear this out.
All right.
In the next 2 weeks, Lainez is gonna be presented in Tigres.
That's going to be a good option for him, in my opinion.
El papá de Diego Lainez se le vio en el partido ayer de antier, perdón, de la Liga Femenil en el estadio junto con el agente de Hanna Gutiérrez. Entonces dicen que está a punto de cerrar la sesión porque en Betis tampoco lo quieren.
Bueno, prefiero Tigres que el Houston Dynamo y el Betis que no está jugando.
I think Diego Lainez situation, he was sold before. No, I saw that too. I think Diego Lainez was sold way too soon. He only had a good liguilla because before the liguilla he wasn't even the starting player in America. I think his development process was
that, because we have to wrap it up now. That is part of what we were talking about, the young players, champions of the world and anything. Leave it. You haven't done anything yet in the real big man soccer yet. So no hay que crear esto es prensa mexicana y mentalidad mexicana. De 18 años, lo que ganes sigue siendo juvenil, o a menos que ya lo ganes como Julián Álvarez con la selección de, no sé, 19, 20 años, no sé cuántos tenía, pero con tu selección mayor. Si no, no has ganado nada. Por eso hay que dejar de inflar a los jugadores de sus 17, 18 años. ¿Se acuerdan back in early 2000s de Freddy Abdu? El próximo Pelé,
¿no?
Inflaron durísimo. Error de Estados Unidos. Aprendieron, no inflen jugadores y tienen ahorita a un Pulisic, tienen ahorita a un Reina, tienen a el mismo Pepi. Muchos jugadores que van...
MLS just sold a Colombian player, a 19-year-old Colombian player to Europe on one of the biggest sales for MLS history, which was 18 million euros.
18?
Yeah.
Who?
I forgot his name, but it's a Colombian player that he's 19 years old. He was a forward. He just got sold to the Premier League.
Gerardo Fisher dice, Tigres es cementerio de futbolistas mexicanos, pero creo que por más cementerio que quieras, han tenido jugadores seleccionados.
Ha estado Córdoba, está el Chaca Rodríguez, está Aquino.
Chaca Rodríguez no tenía que haber ido al Mundial, o no tenía que haber sido seleccionado, pero bueno. Pero sí, digo, preferible en Tigres jugando a en el Betis o en el, no sé, en Braga, creo que es. Sí.
O en la MLS.
O en la MLS, con todo respeto para el Houston Dynamo. Sí,
con todo respeto para el Houston Dynamo, pero le va a pasar lo mismo que Héctor Herrera, se fue de vacaciones un mes.
Sí, Héctor Herrera.
Well, Héctor Herrera was done already.
Sí, pero está exactamente. Con Héctor Herrera ya, si me le firmas, ya. Porque no, si el Atlético ya no lo quería. ¿Quién más iba a firmar por 10 millones?
De hecho, él tuvo la oportunidad de regresar a Porto. Porto lo dijo, pero iba a tener un salario 3 veces más bajo de lo que él iba a ganar en el Houston Dynamo. Y querían que se regresara a Porto, darle una temporada más para que se retirara. Y fue lo que Héctor Herrera dijo, que él todavía no estaba listo para retirarse.
No, si puedes hacer tu 401k de 10 milloncitos de dólares.
Exactly.
Y no está mal, no lo culpo. La culpa es del Tata Martino que se lo lleva al Mundial y cosas así. Y que digo, y ese es el peor, el menos grave de todos. Vámonos.
Era su plan para dar el partido a Argentina.
No lo puedes culpar. Bueno, sí le puedes echar la culpa.
Vámonos
ya, porque estamos siendo coracos.
Hay que llorar, hay que llorar todos juntos, hay que llorar un ratito, acordarnos del partido.
Please, no.
Sí estabas, ¿no? Ahí, ¿no, Edwin? En el partido, y me acuerdo cuando... no, era Samara.
No, yo estaba... yo no lo vi, estaba apoyando USA.
Sí, me imagino. Yo soy gringo, yo no hablo español. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining, everybody. Samara, last words before we go.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that we don't have the young players and have that mentality in the development. But hopefully things will change. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
A seguir las cosas de los tips del Tata Martino en su reporte. John Durán se llama
el jugador. Es el jugador que estaba hablando, John Durán.
Anyways, últimas palabras, Edwin, que no has hablado casi.
Diego Lainez, el niño Televisa.
Pero va a llegar a Tigres, no les importa. Y sí, el Tigres acaba también con los jugadores. Súper. Vámonos.
¿Nada?
¿No vas a decir nada?
Vámonos. No.
El Súper hoy sí vino de aficionado. Ya me
Gracias.
Anyways, thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you, Super. Thank you, Samara. Thank you, mi buen Edwin. Vámonos a ver a los Hidrorrayos o a los Cowboys.
Let's go.
¿A quién prefieren? A los Cowboys.
Yo ya dije mi predicción.
Coman frutas y verduras, gente. Tune in next week. We'll be here Monday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Maybe Fernando will be back. Who knows?
Sí,
See you guys. Thank you for joining. Coman frutas y verduras. Ahí nos vemos.